Hi, I'm Darla Lynn from Treasure Mosaics, and I'd like to talk to you about my piece, Mad as Hell. I started with a piece of Vedi board. It's spelled W-E-D-I, but it's pronounced Vedi. It's a Swedish product, specialty product. But it's basically just a foam core with layers of thin set and mesh, and so it's very lightweight. And then I used pieces of stained glass scraps that my friend had given me. She's a stained glass artist, and she just gives me her offcuts and pieces so she doesn't have to throw them in the trash. And that way we're recycling. I'd like to show you how I made the eye, because that's a lot of detail work, an eye piece. So I had cut a piece that from a very dark brown piece of glass, but it was too dark. It looked black and you couldn't see that it was brown. So I picked a lighter brown and cut that. So that's what you're seeing here. And then I had to use my ring saw to cut out the middle of it so that there's a place for the pupil. And then I also used my grinder so that I could shape it, make sure it's the right shape. There are funny angles and things like that. And then I used a glass bead for the pupil and small little pieces of mirror for reflections in the eye. And you can see that these are very tiny little pieces of glass, and that I have to use tweezers, and it's very challenging to glue them and to place them. So I created this piece because I wanted to start a conversation about anger. In my life, I have been angry. And I believe that it was the appropriate response for things that were happening in my life. It helped to empower me. It also has hurt me. If you stay in anger, it's very isolating and challenging. And certainly it's not good if you turn anger out onto others and hurt others with it. But I think it's good for us to talk about anger, and so that's why I made this piece, because it's a self-portrait and it's about anger, and I want people to see it and think about their reactions about anger and why they feel that anger is wrong or a bad way to be. So I'm just trying to open up the conversation.